Hey everybody, how are you guys? I hope you guys are good. Hope you guys are having an awesome night or day, depending on where you are. Okay, sorry. I had to close out of some stuff. All right, so yeah, hope you guys are doing good. I've got a lot of stuff I want to talk about tonight. Normally, I am not on this late, but hey, Princess, normally I'm not on this late, and I usually do mornings, but I know a lot of people can't catch the morning live, so I wanted to do one tonight. Hi, hoping for answers. How are you? All right, so lots of stuff I want to go over. First, I want to jump into what is happening in Atlanta right now. It is ridiculous, the stuff that is going on. They are there burning cars up, freaking throwing bricks at buildings, basically destroying it. Anybody else remember Portland and how all those protests went? So, I mean, it's crazy. And it's an attack on the police, of course. So, it's crazy. Hey, Sugar, glad you could make it. Okay. So, let me jump right into it. And I'm going to pull some stuff up. Yeah. Oh, it was bad back then. All right. Sorry. Hold on right here. Okay. Why is it all screwed up? All right. Breaking: Atlanta riots erupt downtown amid cop city backlash. I mean, they're lighting cop cruisers on fire. Like the main attacks were at the police foundation building. I mean, this is ridiculous. The funny thing is these people that are out here doing this, the first damn who are they going to call when somebody kicks in their door? Who are they going to call when somebody tries to attack one of their family members, or somebody, God forbid, comes after one of their children? How they ain't going to be able to call the cops. I mean, they don't even want the cops, right? They want to defund the police. So who are they going to be calling when something bad happens to them? I mean, it's just ridiculous, the shit that's going on. And then you got bonehead journalists and reporters out there who are obviously part of the mainstream, who are literally standing in front of a burning car talking about, well, this is a mostly peaceful protest. I mean, it's not really right to call it violent. Well, it sure as shit looks violent to me. You guys and me got two different meanings of violent, I would say. I mean, it's ridiculous. Oh my gosh, it's so crazy. Hey, Lazy Llama. Hey, Suzanne. Yeah, it's just nuts what is happening. So, all right. Let me go to this next screen. Lord, I got so much that we're going to go over. It's freaking crazy. It's crazy. Okay. Local Atlanta reporter calls the protest in Atlanta largely peaceful protest as a police cruiser is on fire in the background. That y'all, they did the same thing in Portland when all that shit started. They were literally standing in front of a burning car, literally saying the same exact thing. Well, this is a mostly peaceful protest. I mean, it's just, it's just insanity. So let's check this clip out.
You can see people running in opposite directions, and on the other side of that, Tyler.
I do want to. Yeah, Eric, we're far enough away. You'll see the officer right there with APD. He has what appears to be zip ties. We're not far enough down where we can't see if they've taken anyone into custody, but it did appear that they were ready to do that to try to calm the situation that's unfolding here. And as you said, this really a protest initially to try to protest what happened on Wednesday here, where they were handing out that vehicle still up in flames here over at Andrew Young and Peachtree. And if you take a look over here, if you pan over, I want to show you, this is what they were handing out at the protest. So it was a largely peaceful protest where they just wanted what they're calling justice so sorry. And right now, you'll see basically they want justice for him after the shooting that happened when Atlanta police and the different law enforcement agencies were raiding the forest over there to try to basically clear out the forest after everything that was going on. We're all related to this. It was in Trenchman Creek Park.
Mostly peaceful though. You know what I'm saying? They just got cars on fire. They're freaking. I did see one where they like about 5-6 cops had taken down like 5 or 6 people at once and were arresting them. And rightfully so. I mean, I don't give a shit what you're protesting. You don't have the right to go out and destroy the freaking city. And these boneheads are destroying their own area. And yeah, I know who's there. I know who's doing this. We all know who's behind it. You know, we know people are injected to literally cause damage and cause chaos and cause all this craziness. We get it. But for God's sakes. All right, let's move on. All right. So I shared this with my members a couple of days ago. But the son, okay, on trial, a transgender woman who raped 2 females with her, you know what? Isn't it just funny that it's her? You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous. It just, I can't deal with it anymore. I just can't. I mean, it's the upside down. It's the craziness in this world that we live in. Okay. This is the video clip that I wanted to play for you. Let me mute myself.
From the standpoint of the protesters, but as even the chief himself said, this is a small group. This is also within this Defend the Forest movement. There are no leaders, so people go off and do their own things. That doesn't just make them justifiable, but I do think that you keep using these words violent, and it gives the impression. I mean, the only violence or the only acts of violence against people that I saw were actually police tackling protesters.
And you've been there. You've been watching this.
Well, I mean, shit. Did you see the same thing we just seen? Were you watching the same? Is the same shit happening that we were just watching? Because how could you not call that violent? And then this idiot wants to stand there and say, well, the only violence I saw was police officers going against protesters. Oh, I'm sorry. You mean police officers that are just doing their fucking job because they want to go home tonight. They have a family to go home to. Oh my God. The insanity. I just can't, you guys. I just freaking can't. Okay. Next thing. Thank you, sugar. Sorry, I'm just pulling my next thing up for you. Oh yeah, check this out. So have any of you guys seen this? There is a new series on Hulu. It's called Web of Death, and it's literally about true life, true crime sleuthers that have helped solve real life cases. Let's check this out. Hold on.
The reason why I love the true crime community is because I can make a difference.
I had zero investigation experience.
But there was this investigator inside of me that wanted to go find more answers.
Police still won't help me. I just want to go.
In the United States, there's 80,000 missing persons.
We have thousands of cases that people are investigating.
You feel like you have to go out and solve this mystery.
Police found a skull in a bucket of cement.
Oh my gosh.
Are you kidding me? This is a very violent crime scene.
I have to visit the crime scene.
This is a very violent crime scene.
I have to visit the crime scene. What it looks like. What does it feel like? What does it smell like?
One of the investigators said it was the worst crime scene he'd ever seen. Total chaos. In 30 plus years, never come across something like this. She was screaming at the top of her lungs.
It is pure evil.
We're at a dead end.
Law enforcement was back to square one and had to turn to the public.
Let's go. Let's find out everything we can about this person.
I was obsessed. This was one that I had to solve.
There was no DNA, no indication of where it came from.
This is why I take blood pressure medicine.
Started searching public records,
Deeds,
social media.
and then, ding, 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 you could hear the bells going off.
Holy crap. I got a phone call. Are you sitting down? Oh, no. My motto is go big or go home. Web of Death.
Now, doesn't that look badass? Like, that looks like a good freaking show. And you know what? Not for nothing, but all these people that want to sit out there and say, oh, true crimers, you YouTube true crimers, no true crimers ever going to solve a real case. You're not a real detective. Shit happens. And it's right there. Like, that's for real. And these people are legit. Like, this case, I just can't let it go. Like, I am on this case. You know what I mean? Like, I just can't. And it happens. You know, they've been known to solve crimes. But that looks like an awesome show. For real. So I wanted to show you guys that. I think that's awesome. All right, let's move on. Yeah, sugar. I know. Hulu. Okay. Planned Parenthood educator gives children advice on how to acquire their own sex toys and how to use vegetables and fruit as spicy objects on TikTok. Now I'm going to tell you right now, this woman's TikTok should be removed. It should be taken down. People should demand that that shit be taken down. Who is this lady to be on TikTok telling kids how to get their hands on sex toys and all this other shit this freak wants to be telling kids? And she's on TikTok doing it, and that's allowed. Like, nobody has shut her shit down. That's crazy. Like, that is ridiculous, and that woman's TikTok needs to be removed. I mean, talk about causing danger here. So, that's ridiculous. Does anybody not see that as a huge freaking problem? It's just insane to me. And how has her shit not been flagged? I don't get that. Every parent should go right now and freaking demand that her shit be taken down and tell this lady what is up. I mean, that's ridiculous. All right. It makes me mad. All right, you guys. But, I mean, yeah. Don't you agree? All right. I got to move on from that. That irritates me. Okay. Transcultural mindfulness. To those who are unsure how it works, you do not need to bleed to have a period. You do not need to ovulate to have a period. A period is a state of mind, an actual state of being. So yes, transgender women can absolutely have periods and need free hygiene products. I mean, you know, when you read something as idiotic and stupid as that is, that you are obviously living in a different world, in the upside down, legit. Oh yeah, TikTok is bad. I say that all the time. My kids are not allowed on TikTok, period. Like, they can't even have that shit on there. That's ridiculous. So, yeah, like I said, you do not need to bleed to have a period. You do not need to ovulate to have a period. A period is a state of mind. So all you ladies out there that have been suffering from really, really bad, cramps and like going through all this pain all these years, because some women have it a lot worse than others. So to all the women out there in the world that have suffered through this beautiful thing that is supposed to be a gift for women, men are literally now trying to take that away and claim that as their own because it's just a state of mind. I mean, come on. Come on. It's it's laughable. It's so insane. Hey, Casey. Yeah. It's insane. I will tell you. All right, let me let me go to this next thing, guys. All right, now, how many of y'all are a fan of Ellen? Anybody? Anybody think that she's always been this evil person? But she plays such a nice one on TV. Okay, well, we're going to watch this, and it's pretty crazy. And I think, I was like, what the like, literally, they don't even try to hide it anymore. The evilness is right out there in the open for everybody to see, and they don't even try to hide it anymore. That's it. That's how you know that darkness has tried to take over this world. And darkness does rule this world. And we are trying to change that. Right? Yeah, sugar. It's just a state of mind. You know? All right, let's jump into this. Why is Hollywood obsessed with satanic artwork and naked children?
Ellen DeGenerate, and I'm not worried about that. I just found out some really disturbing things about Ellen DeGenerate, and I'm not worried about that creepy sweatshirt she's wearing. But as we watch this video, the camera creeps inside of her house, and you can see that weird evil thoughts picture. I look up the artist and he's into some really satanic stuff. And that's not even the weird thing. Look at this picture of Ellen sitting inside of her home. This is the picture that was right behind.
Sorry, I paused that for a second. So do you guys see where that red circle is and all of those signs right there? Now check out this next clip or this next part of this when he's going to play it, because it's a legit thing. And I actually have this video of what they were doing here on my YouTube channel. It's not monetized or anything, but it's there and it's insane. So I just wanted to say that.
Now look at the letters on top. These are the same letters that you write out during satanic rituals. Look at this picture of her cutting her mother's hair. Now look at the picture above her head and try and figure it out. Oh my. Just found out some really disturbing things about Ellen DeGeneres.
I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. But it is. It is the world today, y'all. Okay, let's move on. A teacher in Texas was fired after they gave middle school students an assignment full of racist and offensive slurs. What the F? All right. Let's take a look at these. Trigger words scramble. So look at the words that they have. Fat, retard, dumbass, bitch, the N-word, stupid, idiot, crackhead. In school, here's the color key. Dumbass, stupid, idiot, stupid, fat. Nice, right? Draw a line, match each word with its definition. These are the words that they had to match. Retard, ugly, dumbass, idiot, bitch, the N-word, shorty, fat, stupid, crackhead. Person addicted to the drug crack. Mental illness. I mean, it's insane. Like, I thought it was fake when I first saw it because I was like, no. Like, that can't be. But it was. It was real. Isn't that insane? Well, shit, with schools like that. With schools like that. All right, let's go on. Everybody, please remember to hit that thumbs up and please consider subbing to the channel. It's a free way to help out the channel. All right. Okay. Aretha, and this is again from the Transcultural Mindfulness. Aretha Franklin's 1968 song Natural Woman perpetuates multiple harmful anti-trans stereotypes. There is no such thing as a natural woman. This song has helped inspire acts of harm against transgender women. TCMA is requesting it is removed from Spotify and Apple Music. This is the bullshit right here that I am talking about with you guys. There's no, you got to get rid of the song Natural Woman that's been around since 1968 because there's no such thing as a natural woman and it offends you. Well, freaking get over it already. I mean, come on. This is when it's almost laughable. You know what I'm saying? Holy cow. Really? Like that's the problem here. All right. Hold on. Let me get rid of some of these that I went through already. I'm sorry. I should have done it, but I didn't. Okay. Seriously, though, we need to go over to that lady's TikTok and get it shut down. That's all I'm saying. Because that is harmful to children. I don't care who you are. That's wrong. Okay. I got it all straightened out now. All right. Let me pull this screen up for you guys. It just gets crazier every day, y'all. Drag queen performs extremely sexual dance and spreads his legs in front of a young child at a family-friendly drag show in Austin, Texas. Now, I saw something earlier, and it was like, we need to stop asking why kids want to go to a drag-friendly show or a drag queen show when we need to be asking ourselves, why do drag queens want children at their shows? That's why they're always doing family-friendly events, right? Because they want children there. It's sick, it's disgusting, and it's wrong. And there's no other way to put it. And I cannot believe the parents that allow this shit to happen, that take their children to see this trash. And there's a little boy, when I play this clip, there's a little boy. There's a mom right here, and there's a little boy sitting in front of her, and he literally like is trying to hide himself from this freak. But it's the parents that are the problem here. Because if they didn't take their kids to these shows, it wouldn't be an issue. Oh my gosh, I know this. I know. I'm sorry, lazy llama, my cat. Okay. Okay, let's pull this up. Okay, well, that'll be enough of that. But I just, you know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous. Okay. Leslie, I don't know if I will be able to or not. I don't know. We'll see. But Tuesday's my birthday. So I took Tuesday off and I might do a stream on Tuesday. Okay, hold on. Let me pull this up. All right, so this is really sad story. Baldwinsville, New York. Durgee Junior High School student and father found deceased in Baldwinsville home Friday morning. The Baldwinsville Police Department responded to a status check at 6 Triangle Place in the village of Baldwinsville Friday morning. The status check was requested by a woman for her daughter and her estranged husband who resided there. Officers were dispatched at approximately 8:31 a.m. Upon arrival, the officers conducted a search of the home using keys the woman provided. Officers then found 14-year-old Ava Wood and her 51-year-old father, Christopher Wood, both deceased. Ava was a 9th grade student at Baldwinsville Durgee Junior High. Both individuals died from gunshot wounds. The gunshot wound on the father is believed to be self-inflicted. The father, who was in the process of being divorced from his wife, they were separated. Well, they had gotten into an argument 2 days before. The cops were called, a DV situation. So he had talked to her. She talked to him on the phone Thursday night. And she goes, the last thing he said to me on the phone was, I guess this is how it ends for us. And he hung up the phone. Well, the next day, her daughter didn't report to school, and she was notified. So she immediately went to the house, knocked on the door. Nobody answered the door. She saw the cars were in the driveway, so she called the cops. The cops came, went in, and found that the father had shot his 14-year-old daughter in the head and then killed himself. And me and Chad were talking about it. Let me go over here while I'm talking about this. Me and Chad were talking about it. And I mean, if you want, for somebody to be able to do that to their own child, like, can you imagine? I can't even imagine being so mad at my wife or whatever that I would do that to my child. Good night, Casey. And it's so crazy to me. I just can't even imagine that. What that guy could have done himself in. I mean, he did not have to do this to his child. And it's just so crazy. It's just so, so sad. I mean, the wife had said, yeah, he's been depressed lately and, yada, yada, yada. And it's been hard. But there is no excuse for that in my mind. Depression is one thing. That's you not being able to deal with yourself. But to do that to your child, no, not okay. So, I mean, it happened in New York. So I was like, man, I just wanted to let you guys know about it. All right. Ohio teen stops burglary by pointing mother's gun at home intruder. He pulled the gun out, pointed it at the intruder, and the intruder got scared off and ran. You know why? Because they were able to have their Second Amendment rights. They were able to protect themselves, and thank God that he did, or who knows what would have happened. So let's listen to the story. Okay, I'm going to have to read it. I thought Tucker was talking about it, but he was not. So, An Ohio single mother is singing her son's praises after he stopped a home intruder by grabbing her gun and pointing it at the suspect, causing him to flee. Braden Jarrett, 16, had just come home from school last week when a car pulled up to his home and a man he didn't recognize started walking toward the house, which prompted the teenager to retrieve his mother's 9mm handgun. I'll be honest, it caught me off guard. I didn't expect it. I thought it was my uncle. I mean, yes, it was a little scary when it happened, and I was like, I didn't want to shoot the guy, but if he was coming, I had no other choice. I didn't know what he was going to do, so was definitely scary. Jarrett told the outlet that he stood hidden while the man walked through the front door, at which point the teenager cocked the gun back and pointed it at the door. Jarrett says the intruder took off running when he realized the gun was pointed at him. Never pulled a gun out of anything before. That was definitely something I wish no one had to go through, pulling a gun on someone. It's definitely scary. Jarrett's first call was to his mother, who was at work at the time, and she told the outlet she's proud of her son's quick thinking. Most proud that it is definitely like one of those awakening moments. Like, as a mom, a single mom, Ashley Jarrett said, my baby has become my protector, and it's a little heartbreaking that he's old enough to do these things, but at the same time, he protected our home. We could have lost a lot that day. I could have lost him. Jarrett then called the county sheriff's office, and her son ultimately went down to the police station and positively identified a man who was apprehended by police. See, that is a good story, and those are never the gun stories that they tell you about on the news. It's always these freaking horror stories so they can push their damn gun control narrative. It's never stories like that guns save people's lives. Legit, they do. People should be able to protect themselves in their home. Nope, that's it. Bottom line. And when they don't share stories like this, it gives people the wrong idea that guns are bad and nobody should have them. And that's bullshit. Because had they not, who knows what could have happened to her son? You know what I mean? I mean, he did legit save their house and himself from harm. And I say freaking awesome. That is good for him. That is awesome that that's what his reaction was. I'm happy to see that that's what his reaction was today and age. Because somebody his age, it could have went the other way, and they would have never thought of grabbing a gun. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter if you personally don't like GUNS. It doesn't matter. Because when shit hits the fan and it comes down to it and somebody just kicked in your front door, the first thing you're going to be saying to yourself is, damn, I wish I had one right at this moment. I mean, so I just want to put that out there because it doesn't matter how you feel about them personally. If you want to shoot one or not, if you don't like them, whatever, that's not what matters. What matters is you have that to protect yourself if you need it, right? That's why that shit pisses me off so bad. And I will stand up and tell anybody that. Okay. So that is a good story for today. Greta Thunberg is asked by EZ Relevant if she has ever flown on a private jet, which she responds to saying, I own 100 private jets. This chick, who, in my opinion, shouldn't be where she's at as far as status goes, but that's just my opinion. Who's this big climate activist, freaking putting everybody down, wanting to be like, shame on you, owns 100 private jets. So that's nice. So she can, go F herself when she wants to tell everybody else how to live their life and that shame on them for driving in a gas-powered vehicle. right? So let's watch the clip.
Why won't you condemn private jets? Have you ever been on a private jet even once?
I own 100 private jets.
Well, have you been on, how about once? Have you ever been on a private jet?
All the time, yes.
I wonder why you won't answer me in a straight answer.
See, that guy thought she was joking. I guarantee you she was not joking. I bet she does own a bunch of private jets. Maybe not 100, but I bet you she owns some jets. She was at Davos, the World Economic Forum, for a special meeting. She's flown there, or she goes there every time they have one. Yeah, she was asked about that too, and she couldn't answer any questions. I mean, do you know? I don't know if y'all have ever looked into it, but do you know how many hookers fly to that meeting every year to be with these freaking old ass elite freaks? I mean, they literally have these girls on call, like on standby, like this is a set appointment. A couple of them have come out and spoke about it. It's ridiculous. Sugar, she weirds me out too. For real, there's something off about that girl. All right, let me find this right here. Oh, they might be mad at me for this one. Not you guys, YouTube. We'll see. I think it's important. Now, do not take offense, anybody, to this. This is just my legit personal opinion of what he's talking about. To each their own. Everybody, I would never tell anybody what to do or what not to do, but what I'm about to say and what this video clip is about is literally is just my opinion. So,
Take COVID. The fact that scientists developed safe, effective vaccines in record time is an unbelievable achievement. And yet, despite the fact that we've now essentially clinically tested the vaccine on billions of people worldwide, around
now I don't know how you guys feel about this, but he literally just came out and exactly said what I've been saying for years. That everybody were the guinea pigs in that trial. Everybody that got the big V was a guinea pig. That's how they tested it. They never had time to clinically test it. They never had time to research it. It went straight from the lab, straight into people. And he literally just admitted it right there that is how they clinically tested it, was on the billions of people that took it. Okay. Now, I don't want to argue whether, about that, because like I said, to each their own. But legit, the world, we're their guinea pigs. Now I'm going to play that again. That's all I'm saying. Jade Hunter, that's exactly what I think. I'm not going to say it, but that's exactly what I think. Okay. Let's move on. But that is important, you know? And like I said, they don't even hide the bullshit anymore. Now they'll just come right out and tell you. Oh, but before, when this was going on and people were trying to tell people that, well, shit, they were shutting everybody down. They were taking down my videos. They were threatening to shut down channels. They were shutting down channels, and it's ridiculous. All right, let's move on.
Advisory Committee presented proposals to San Francisco. The city's African American Reparations Advisory Committee presented proposals to city leaders last month, and we're getting some details now. According to the Chronicle, one proposal would be a lump sum reparations payment of $5 million to each eligible person. Residents must be 18 at the time the committee's proposal is enacted and have identified as Black or African American on public documents for at least 10 years. They also have to prove they were born in the city between 1940 and 1996, have lived in San Francisco for at least 13 years, and be someone or the direct descendant of someone incarcerated during the war on drugs. The committee will submit its final proposal to city leaders in June. This is gaining nationwide attention.
Mm-hmm. It's really interesting. So I just did a little breakdown to think about how many people this could be. And I know this number isn't it, but just so that we can paint a picture of the numbers in San Francisco.
Yeah.
So this is the Census Bureau from 2020, 392,000 white people, about 300,000 people that identify as Asian American, 132,000 Hispanic, 44,000 Black in San Francisco. That is pretty small.
It's a really low number.
Really low number. And then you have to think about all of these requirements. So many people, especially in San Francisco, we know are transplants.
Right.
Also may not be descendants of slaves, may not have been born within these parameters. Like when you really get down to all these requirements, I'm curious how many people that.
San Francisco.
It's still going to be a big chunk of money. Now, it would be, of all places, California. California's burning to the freaking ground. Half of it's in drought. Hollywood's going to burn anyway. You know, half people, there's a ton of people that say freaking California is going to drop off into the ocean. But they got all this money. They can't fucking keep care of their own grounds and their own shit. They got more homeless people up in California than, you know, it's crazy. But they're going to hand out $5 million to people who had ancestors who were slaves. I think that's absurd. And I would be saying the same thing if they were saying it was a select group of white people. You know what I mean? Like, that's so crazy to me. Okay, let's move on. Transgender woman crushed by international backlash after using women's WMCA shower. Now, I don't know about you, but if I was a woman and I was in the shower and this person walked in, yeah, I'd have some complaints too. I would have some backlash too. You can't tell me that if your daughter was up in Hawaii and just got done taking a class and was in the shower and this person walked in, that you'd be like, oh yeah, that's cool. Get out of here. You're lying if you're telling me that. Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Everybody, please take a minute. Just hit that thumbs up if you have not done so already. Please consider subbing to the channel. You want to join to become a member of the family. Links are all down in the description below. Anybody who wants to donate, the links are also down in the description below. All right, let's move on. A new class action lawsuit in the U.S. is alleging that Coca-Cola's Simply Orange juice contains toxic levels of PFAS, or forever chemicals, hundreds of times above federal advisory limits. Exposure to PFAS is linked to cancer, liver damage, infertility, asthma, and more. They're a group of chemicals that take a while to naturally break down and can harm a person's health, according to the Environmental Protection Agency. There's hundreds of times the legal federal limit in this orange juice, and that shit is still on shelves, and it is still being consumed and purchased by people every single day. Why? Because our government wants you to be sick and poisoned and all of that. So that's why it's not recalled and pulled off the shelf. There's a freaking class action lawsuit against it, but it's still being sold. If that does not tell you that they don't give a shit, I don't know what will. Oh, Leslie, damn. The state of mind thing. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's ridiculous. Women have fought for rights for how freaking long? You know, we had to fight. Women had to fight for everything that we have today. And men just want to come in and swoop it all away. I mean, it's so crazy to me. It's like, dude, if you have, I hate to break it to you like this, but if you have boy parts, guess what? You're a boy. That's the bottom line. You can't walk into a girl's shower. You can't claim you have a period. You can't talk about, you know, wanting to have babies, you freaking nut job. Holy cow. I mean, it's crazy. And not talking about it is not going to solve any problems. Things have to be talked about, and they have to continue to be talked about until something gets done about them. Or else nothing is going to get done. And it will just continue, and it will just get worse and worse and worse. I mean, it's crazy. Oh, Sugar said, I got a good one for you. At the church today, for the funeral, there were 2 bathrooms. One was designated for men. The second was designated for women and men, or men who just wanted to identify as a woman to get into the girls' bathroom. It's crazy. Oh, there is one more thing that I wanted to show you that I forgot to pull up here. Give me 1 second. Yep. Okay, I got to pull this up for you guys. Okay, let's pull this up. I mean, talk about insanity. You guys ready for this? Are all of you real natural women ready for this? World's first artificial womb facility will let parents design child's height, strength, and intelligence. Controversial clinic expects to develop 30,000 lab-grown babies every year. Developer expects technology will be used around the world within the next 10 to 15 years. Parents would be able to watch growth and development of their child in a see-through womb while monitoring health via an app. A biotechnologist in Germany is developing the world's first artificial womb facility, and it lets you choose babies' characteristics from a menu. Ectolife, able to grow 30,000 babies a year, is said to be based on over 50 years of groundbreaking scientific research. The concept is the brainchild of Berlin-based Hashim Al-Ghali. He says the facilities would allow infertile couples to conceive a baby and become the true biological parents of their own offspring. No, they are doing this for some sick bullshit. You don't know what is going to come out of them freaking machines. You don't know if they're going to be half human, half something else. I mean, y'all hear about the show Megan that's coming out? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This is not a good thing. 30,000 lab-grown babies a year. You know what that means? It means they're not freaking human. I mean, this is crazy. All right, let me finish reading it. A so-called elite package, get it? Would allow you to genetically engineer the embryo before implanting it into the artificial womb. Everything from eye and hair color to strength, height, and intelligence can be chosen, and inherited genetic diseases can be avoided. Introducing Ectolife, the world's first artificial womb facility, which is powered entirely by renewable energy, of course. According to the World Health Organization, around 300,000 women die from pregnancy complications. Ectolife artificial womb is designed to alleviate human suffering and reduce the chances of C-sections. With Ectolife, premature births and C-sections will be a thing of the past. See, this is what they do, and this is how they get inside people's heads. They want to say, oh, we're doing this to save lives. We care about these women who die during childbirth and who have to go through these C-sections, and we're just doing this to alleviate the pain. No, because then you'll never be a natural mother. It's not going to be a freaking regular baby like you would have, but they try to tell you these things. Oh, we're doing this to help people. It's going to help people who can't have babies. It's going to save lives, yada, yada, yada. Well, in the meantime, that has nothing to do with why they actually created this in the first place. They just put that shit out there to sell it to you. So you're not buying the truth. You're buying the bullshit that they put up front. Hashim says it also offers a solution for women who had their uterus surgically removed due to cancer or other complications. It could also help countries that are suffering from severe population decline, including Japan, Bulgaria, South Korea, and many others. He believes the technology is available already, and only ethical constraints are holding the concept back from reality. There you go. They already have the shit to make this happen, but ethical constraints are holding them back. Don't tell me that they don't already have this thing up and running. I would not believe it. Look at this shit right here. I mean, would y'all order a lab-grown baby? They've taken God out of it. They've taken mothers out of it. Shit. I mean, this is ludicrous. All right. Let me get rid of this stuff. Oh, thank you, Leslie. Sorry, I'm just getting rid of all this stuff up top. Yeah, so, I mean, I'm not going to obviously stay on for long tonight. I'm way too late. We're way too on way too late tonight. But I had some of that stuff, and I wanted to share it with you guys. And can you even freaking believe it? I mean, lab grown bit. Like, who is ordering one of these things? Oh my gosh, I just can't even. Yeah, a pod child, you know, not even human. I mean, that's crazy. Oh, thank you, Sugar. All right, you guys. So again, please like this video. Please sub to the channel. It's free. It, you know, and we're good people over here. We just try to expose the darkness and spread the light. And introduce you to the upside down that we all live in. So I hope you guys all have a super good night. Please leave comments. Come back and leave comments in the video below. It really helps. And anybody who wants to donate, links are all down in the description below. I think, like I said, I'm going to I might do a live on Monday. I'm not sure. I might just do an upload and then do a live on my birthday. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But I love you guys. Stay strong, stay healthy, stay safe. Keep asking those hard questions and keep spreading that light. Have a good night, everybody.